Hey guys, today we are rocking the TJ McConnell jersey. Someone who actually went undrafted, so kind of ironic to wear an undrafted player's jersey on a draft video, but whatever. So I'm going to start this out with reading the 5 prospects who got eliminated and are not moving on to the top 5, and I'll go from worst to best. I'm not going to read their stats, I'm not going to read their scouting reports. I did that in the last video. If you want to hear it, go watch the last video. So the 10th ranked prospect on my list is Zaire Williams, the 6'8" small forward out of Stanford. Some people might not like that. Some people might. That's the 6. Went from 10 to 6. The 9th ranked prospect, this one I know is going to be a bit of a shocker to some people, and that would be Josh Giddy, the 6'8" guard out of Australia. A lot of people on the Josh Giddy hype train. Me personally, if we drafted him, I wouldn't be mad, but we don't need a person who's inconsistent from 3. That's all there is to it. We don't need a Ben Simmons. We don't need Ben Simmons himself. On paper, it looks good, but this isn't 2K, where you just throw a bunch of good players on the court and they do good. They have to fit a scheme. It has to be an improvement from last year, and the way we would improve from last year is by getting a guard who can actually make his threes consistently and make them in big games. Now, Josh Giddy, he is clutch, but that's the only time he hits his threes, really. So, again, wouldn't be mad, but the next guy is James Bouknight, 6'5" guard out of UConn. I believe, he has not worked out with the Pacers, but there are some people on a hype train for him. The 7th ranked prospect is Alpert Sanguine, 6'10" power forward out of Turkey. We just don't need any more big men, really. Don't need it. And then the man who barely didn't make the cut, Franz Wagner, 6'9" guard out of Michigan. He didn't make the cut due to there are just guys better than him. That's it. I mean, if we drafted him, I wouldn't be upset. But the next 5 guys that I list off are better than him at most of the stats. They have more pros. Like they're just an improvement on Franz Wagner. So yeah, those are guys that are eliminated. Now onto the 5 who are not eliminated. And again, these aren't in order from best to worst or anything. That way you don't know. Because if you knew, then you wouldn't watch the top 3 video. So, the first guy I'm going to bring up is Corey Crispert. I'm trying to decide if I want to just repeat this or not. I'll list some of the pros on the side, because I've already repeated this in now 2 videos. So if you want to hear me talk about his pros and cons, just that'll be on the top 10 video. But yeah, he's a really good scorer, like a Carmelo Anthony or Paul Pierce type scorer, and he's efficient and he can just do it consistently, and he would be a very good improvement. Be a great addition to this team. The next one up is Davion Mitchell, 6'2" guard out of Baylor. I've already given away that he's my favorite prospect in this draft. Granted, there's a high chance he gets picked before our pick, but I don't care. He's still my favorite, and I hope he drops to us because he's very good and he would bring so much energy, so much tenacity, so much better defense, and he can still hit his shots and do it consistently. It's just his free throws are not the best. Next up, Jalen Johnson, 6'9", small forward out of Duke. He's good, he's athletic, solid defender, a bit lanky, but he's very good. He's very, very good. Oh yeah, I forgot I had player comparisons now. My bad. Okay. Yeah, I already said Corey Crispert's ceiling is Paul Pierce, and his floor is Dion Waiters. Davion Mitchell's ceiling is Kawhi, and his floor is TJ McConnell. And Jalen Johnson, his ceiling is Paul George, and his floor is like a bench warmer, like current Victor Oladipo type numbers. Not 2018, but like Victor Oladipo here is averaging like 7 points per game on 29% from the free throw line. Or wait, no, that's 29%. It was either 29% from the field or 3. It was 29% somewhere, where 29% should not have been. Next up, Moses Moody. His ceiling is like a borderline all-star type guy. Maybe like a... I think I'm thinking of the right guy here. Tobias Harris. Right? The player that looks like J. Cole. Like, I'm pretty sure that's who he is. He's way overpaid right now, making $34 million a year. But they're kind of built similar. And, yeah. And his floor is like a TJ Leaf out of the NBA in 3 years. Just absolutely terrible and won't adapt his game from the college level to the NBA level. And here we have the last prospect for me to talk about. Trey Mann, a 6'5" guard out of Florida. His ceiling is like a Klay Thompson. I know, that's a really lofty one, but so are the other ones. You know, when ceiling, I mean, if they reach their full potential, they could be like this. So I don't think it's that lofty, especially considering Klay Thompson, he was later in the lottery when he got picked, if I remember correctly. So, but just like Klay Thompson, his jump shot is so nice and fluid, and Trey Mann's is so nice and fluid, and they're both consistent. And you look at their college numbers, and they actually are not that different. Their college numbers aren't super, super different. And his floor is just a bench warmer, putting up like 5 points a game on 10 minutes a game, with a few rebounds and assists here and there. So yeah, that is everybody. This is a significantly shorter video. I'm excited to have the top 3 come out on Saturday. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I will see you guys next time. As always, I'm not funny, and yeah, let's hope the Pacers draft somebody good. See you guys next time.
There's the 2-2. Oh, and he went too far.